What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of BoomJamGaming with The Sinking City. Yawning mid-sentence. Always a great time. Okay, so when I started this game, like when I started it up, it gave a warning. I kid you not. That the time that the game takes place in was like super racist, and that they were like, you know what, we're just gonna depict it and warn you that we're depicting it rather than pretending it didn't happen. And I'm like, okay, that's fair, especially considering Lovecraft himself was racist as fuck. Cause he was super racist. And like in the description I said racial problems, because I felt like just saying racism outright in the description might be a little too much for YouTube. YouTube can be very sensitive. But yeah. Alrighty. I have been looking forward to this one. And I have found my own stream, so here we go. Frosty welcome. Dear Mr. Charles Reed, as you requested, I've researched the outbursts of hysterian visions from the city of Oakmont, Massachusetts. Turns out your assumptions were correct. Such cases are indeed more frequent here. Men and women from across the country are drawn to Oakmont, haunted by visions similar to yours. A city drowning, the presence of something great yet unknown. As luck has it, I believe we've stumbled upon the source of your ailment. A person who might be able to help you with it. Prepare yourself and come to Oakmont as soon as you can. I'll meet you here to help you on your way. Cordially, Johannes Vanderberg. Most of the Blackwoods vanished after the flood, leaving the Throgmortons and the Carpenters as the two remaining. Solving a case doesn't guarantee you huge rewards to stay well supplied by scavenging around the city. Okay, so it is survival horror. Man-eating eels don't care if you're a strong swimmer. Avoid staying in the water for too long. Hello. Yeah, no, I had to avoid saying Lovecraft was racist as fuck in the episode description. But when I started up the game and I tried to capture it, it legitimately had a message saying, the game takes place in a really racist time, and we're just going to depict that because ignoring it doesn't help. And I'm like, alright. Oh, I'm sorry. I woke up feeling weird. I woke up like an hour ago. I was just trying to like get my head on straight. Oh shit, that photo doesn't look good. I don't know. The kind of weird that I get when I pass out instead of falling asleep properly. There, I've rectified the situation. Oh yeah, I took my meds last night. And then I found a water bottle, and like I had already taken them like dry. Or not dry, I went downstairs and got a protein shake. And I found a water bottle in my room, and I didn't know if I had brought it or if you had. Yo, the water is above me. Cthulhu's version of the void. A first aid kit and a brick. Wowie zowie.
Never trust a tourist advertisement.
Oakmont Monolith National Park is waiting for you. A folding camera.
Hope I never have to use it, but something tells me I will.
Alright, so the game didn't teach me any controls. Maybe I should have read the how to play. Mind Palace. Casebook. Lore. Skiru. Mapu. Inventory. Bolt M11. Gaining privatized choice of weapon. 38 pistol rounds. How to play. Nah, that's too much. We'll just figure it out as we go, like other games.
Now get out! Now get out! Now get out!
Pleasant.
At last, Mr. Charles Reed. What a pleasure to finally meet you in the flesh.
Nice to meet you.
Johannes van der Berg, at your service. I did promise to meet you the moment you arrived.
Ah, much obliged, Mr. Vanderberg. I guess I didn't expect you to mean so literally.
Please call me Johannes. But where are my manners? Welcome to the proud city of Oakmont. Alas, now is not its finest hour, though it is its most important.
Reaching Oakmont was no easy task. Most maps I found didn't mark it, and this rickety packet ship is the only one that sailed here. Why is that?
Oakmont is no ordinary place. Its unique geographical position and the flood, a recent natural disaster, make it nigh impossible to reach. But you made it, Mr. Reed. I'm sure the tides of fate would have brought you here one way or another.
Okay.
You said you know someone who can help me with my problem. The visions have been getting worse.
Such vividness of dreams is not uncommon here in Oakmont. By chance, the man I spoke of, Robert Throgmorton, is already at the port. He has dedicated a lot of time and effort to investigate this issue. Alas, I fear he has a more pressing matter on his hands.
His shirt is textured strangely.
Tell me about this flood.
It began 6 months ago. Storms raged for several weeks.
Hello.
And the water has risen ever higher without receding. Now the city is cut off from the mainland. I must say I rather like it, despite the inconvenience. Atmosphere, you know?
That's an eye-catching suit.
Thank you, Mr. Reed. A mere flood is no excuse for one to abandon one's style.
I
can dig
you're
it.
A big fan of yellow.
Well, I have a particular weakness for it. Call it a personal quirk.
Yellow.
How
Oh
can I
great, he
find
worships the
Mr.
king in yellow. Or will we connect
Don't
to
worry,
him
you
somehow?
can't miss him. Throgmorton tends to stand out from the crowd.
Can you tell me a little about Mr. Throgmorton?
A remarkable creature. Scion of a robust bloodline. A philanthropist.
We're gonna meet him
scholar,
that quickly? Oh my god.
patron of the famous Oakmont University. A man of great ambitions and even greater ego. Do not make him wait.
I'll need a place to lay my head while I'm here. Any recommendations?
Fear not. I've already feathered a nest for you. There's a room in your name at the Devil's Reef Hotel. Here's the key.
Sounds charming.
Don't judge a book by its cover, Mr. Reed.
The yellow sign.
How do you fill your days, Mr. Vanderberg?
I host a philosophy club for the like-minded intelligentsia, gathering seeds of thought like moths drawn to a flame.
Does Oakmont really have much of a market for philosophy these days?
There is no consciousness without pain, Mr. Reed. No better moment for clarity than times of hardship.
What's the best way to get around Oakmont? I'd like to drop my things at the hotel.
Most locals go by foot or by boat. I've got the latter sorted for you. There's one waiting outside the port.
You're too kind, Johannes. Can you steer me towards the Devil's Reef?
Take this map. I've marked the hotel and a few other key places.
Other places? Like what?
You're a private eye, yes? Well, I've highlighted the police station, city archive, newspaper, places you'll need to get to the truth. This city is insular, its ways mysterious. No one will take you by the hand, so you better know where to turn in search of a lead.
Well, that's it for now, I think. Thanks for helping me get my bearings.
No. The pleasure was mine, Mr. Reed.
Oh, before you go, how can I get in touch with you later?
Don't worry about that. I'm the kind of man who finds you.
Okay, so I am super sure that he has something to do with the Yellow King. Holy shit, this is a big map.
Never trust a tourist advertisement.
Nothing really. An opening nightmare sequence.
We'll meet again, Mr. Reed.
This dude being so super sus. Apparently we're going to be meeting the character I'm excited to meet much sooner than I anticipated. Oh, and I wasn't able to capture it for the stream. But, like, the game, when I started it up, opened up with a warning that said, hey, when this game takes place, things were super racist. And we've chosen to just depict that rather than try to ignore it. So, just fair warning. And I'm like, cool, so this game basically started with a friggin' warning that Lovecraft is racist as fuck.
I don't care about your petty excuses. No one leaves the port until my son is found, and that is fine.
Excuse me. Are you Robert Throgmorton?
I am, but not interested.
Yep, here he is.
The name's Charles Reed. I'm a private investigator, just arrived from Boston. I was told you might be able to help me.
Private investigator, you say? Well, perhaps we can help each other.
Yeah, same.
If I may ask, what happened to your son?
Why do you care? What's your angle, outsider?
Well, like I said, I'm a PI. Finding people is kind of my specialty.
Is it?
So this guy is the reference to the Arthur Germain story.
Expedition I commissioned. This useless fool over here says he found Albert washed ashore.
Yes, he does look like he does look like a gorilla.
Conscious, out of his mind, talking gibberish in some other language. That he even tried to bite him.
And you don't believe him?
Complete malarkey. I know my Albert. I raised him strong and smart, the best of his kind. It couldn't have been him. Albert's disappearance is the work of Innsmouthers. Mark my words.
Please forgive the question, but I've never met a man quite like you before.
That's because no man measures up to the Throgmorton lineage. Proud and powerful blood flows through our veins. My father united with a certain royal family, which has blessed all our offspring with these exquisite features.
I've heard you're the man to speak to about visions, outbreaks of hysteria. I'm trying to get to the bottom of it myself.
Another newcomer with another problem.
I mean, Gorilla Grodd was
Yes, I
always
know what you're
prone
saying.
to
Can I
loquaciousness.
ask you a few questions?
How dare you? My son Albert is missing, and no one in this Innsmouther-ridden city will do a damn thing. But yes, let's talk about your dreams.
I take it you're not the biggest fan of these Innsmouthers.
Those fish-faced freaks have overrun this city since the police burned Innsmouth to the ground. But now, those filthy migrants occupy half this damn city. The port, Grimhaven Bay, Salvation Harbor, the shells, they are everywhere.
I wonder if this is a sequel to the
Refugees.
early 2000 Call of Cthulhu.
They've taken work
Like
from
Loki.
local fishermen. They stir and agitate against us, the Throgmorton family. We are the pillar of this community, not to mention that crime rates have skyrocketed. Simply speaking, they are a big stinking pile of trouble.
You know, normally I don't condone xenophobia,
Mr. Throgmorton,
but
let me help you.
when it comes to the people from Innsmouth, I know a thing or two, lore-wise. So
What makes you think you can do it? Oakmont is not exactly friendly to new arrivals.
Let's just say I tend to see things that others miss. And anyway, what have you got to lose? Sounds like you could use every man you can get.
Vera,
he looks really tired.
you have a point, newcomer.
Sorry, did you just say Vera? What does that mean?
You had better get used to the Oakmont dialect, outsider. That is, if you want to fit in. It is a fascinating blend. Vera means fine. I was saying, we have a deal.
I see. Thank you. I need to know more about what happened to Albert.
Dane, did you not listen at all? I already told you everything. After leaving on the expedition, Albert was found on the shore in a lifeboat. This fisherman supposedly brought him to the house, and then left to call me. But when I arrived here, my son was nowhere to be seen.
Anything else?
Clearly, something suspicious occurred inside the house. I suggest you stop dawdling and go see for yourself.
Where's the house where this all happened?
For Kay's sake, I thought you were a private eye. Was standing right in front of it.
Yeah, the game starts off pretty quick, doesn't it?
You mentioned a lifeboat. Is it still around?
Yes. Face the house, then to the left is a beach that borders a fence. You'll find it there.
As much as I'm enjoying the weather, Mr. Throgmorton, it's time for me to get started.
Find my son, newcomer, and be quick about it.
Don't do anything stupid, newcomer. And keep your hands where I can see them.
I've said everything I know.
I gave you clear instructions, did I not?
Oh, it's one of them L-bend flashlights. Papa had one of those. We may as well start with the missing kid. Who leaves octopus lying on the floor?
Let's see what you find, newcomer. Let's see what you find, newcomer.
Hello? Hey, can you hear me?
Oh, my head. What? Who are you? Are you police? I've already told them everything.
It's okay. I'm Charles Reed, Private Eye. Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find his son.
Oh, okay. What do you want?
I want to know what happened here. Every detail.
I don't remember much. Me, Paul, and Louis.
Yay!
We were here. This is our house. Barry was outside, on his business. Then he came back carrying Throgmorton's son. He was unconscious, barely breathing. Barry left again to call Mr. Robert.
Then what?
We put the guy in Lewis's room. Then he started to make these horrible sounds and... okay. My head began to burst. And he woke up.
Well, what name will you want
After that,
to
I
use?
don't remember a thing. Just dreams. Drowned streets, a sleeping giant, a voice that called me.
That sounds familiar.
Don't worry, Hermit.
Tell me about yourself.
I haven't
Name's
used your
Will.
real name
Will
once.
Hammond. I'm a fisherman. We all are. Live here together. Me, poor fella Paul, Barry, and Innsmouther Lewis Flynn. We moved here after the flood. I worked on the railroad, but the rail ain't
I'm gonna
kicking
call
anymore,
you
so
Steel.
I started fishing. It was that or starve.
Because Steel sounds cool.
Where are all the other guys?
That's Paul there on the floor. Kay be with him. Barry's outside with Mr. Throgmorton. Lucky rascal missed everything. And I have no idea where Lewis or Throgmorton's son got to. Starting to suspect the worst.
Do you know how Paul died?
I don't know. When I pulled myself together, he was already gone. Kay have mercy on his soul.
Who is this K you keep mentioning?
Outsiders, show some respect. Kay is our lord, our light, our love.
Sorry, I didn't know. I'll leave you to it. Take care of yourself, Will.
Please, detective, sir, tell me the truth. Could it be me? Did I kill Paul? Or Kay? Did I kill him?
I don't know yet, Will. The police will stop anyone coming in or out of here, so I suggest you just try and get some rest.
I'm afraid of what I might dream.
I
A murder he must
recognize
inspect.
the face of the poor fella. He was beaten to a pulp.
Almost like there was an... Oh, hello. That's not fun.
Choo choo. Ahem. Choo choo. Ahem. I can barely recognize the face of the poor fella. He was beaten to a pulp. I'm surprised they don't have someone's portrait here. 5 cards short of a full house. Never seen knives like this before. Masterful work. Seems like Prohibition hasn't affected Oakmont too much. So, that's what an Innsmouther looks like.
Hmm. The police, maybe? Mind Palace. You mean the easy access second stairway? I would hardly call that a building flaw.
Huh. This dog mat looks better than the owner's bed. The book is damp and damaged, but clearly well cared for.
Alright, let's check my Mind Palace. That seems to be a bit of a leap, but okay.
I can bear the face of the poor fella. He was beaten to a pulp.
Possibly by an angry chimp man. Whoa, shit. Creepy ass mirror. Hey, Rixel is back. How you doing? Yeah, for real. I like Ace Attorney investigations. But, to be fair, I've been having insane dreams that apparently other people are also having, so being a Mulder makes a lot of sense.
Let's see what you find, newcomer.
Yeah, let's see what I find, newcomer. There was another King in Yellow reference in the house. I may have missed it. Was it the K thing? Rixel, Hermit saying, ¿Cómo estás? Oh, okay.
Where's your Oberon, huh, Titania?
Ha 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 ha. Shakespeare.
Something with this helmet gives me chills. What's wrong with it?
The glass
Something
is
with this
green, my guy.
helmet gives me chills.
And glowing. It
What's
shouldn't
wrong
be.
with it?
Ah, those old diving helmets. Reminds me of Scooby-Doo.
Can't catch a mackerel since those Innsmouthers took over the fishing business.
Or darn.
Like it here, newcomer? Well, get used to it. No one leaves Oakmont nowadays.
Can't catch a mackerel since those Innsmouthers took over the fishing business.
I like how deeply he can just walk in water at full speed. He's a powerful man. Alright, what's this horse shit? Hope this bag is waterproof. Oh god. Eels. I was warned about the eels. I didn't believe him. Hope someone finds this. My name is Albert Throgmorton, and this is my will. I want to warn you, don't go to the depths below Oakmont. There's unreadable. We should have never done that. Everything should have remained in that cave. Professor Unreadable. I fear that what will become of me? It's singing in my brain, dancing on my eyelids every time I close my eyes. Unreadable. The cycle goes on and on and on and on and on. Unreadable. In the end it comes. I must warn everyone. I must tell my father. Unreadable. He's here. All evidence collected. Time to use my mind powers. War. Documents. I have to use the triangle button more often. I gotta say, this guy, not the most charismatic protagonist we've had this month. I'd say the least, actually.
Ed! I still hear those voices.
Okay. Unfortunately, the guy who speaks Spanish better isn't here right now, and I'm at a loss.
I can barely recognize the face of the poor fella. He was beaten to a pulp.
It's a really nice pocket watch. Oh, thank God, that's right, Laura can speak Spanish. Or Rias can speak Spanish.
Don't do anything stupid, newcomer. And keep your hands where I can see them.
Mr. Throgmorton, I found this in the lifeboat. Looks like it's your son's will.
Give it to me. Oh, my boy, what did you get yourself into? If only I hadn't sent you on that cursed expedition.
Bye.
Yep, Texas. The worst state. Besides Alabama.
Huh.
Mississippi.
This dog mat looks better than the owner's bed.
Well, okay, yeah, but America is the world's Florida. Florida is just a microcosm of things.
Never seen knives like this before. Masterful work.
I really don't know what the fuck else I'm supposed to do here. And are they connected in some way? Oh. Well, it's a good thing I already bought it, I guess. Man, there are so many good friggin' Call of Cthulhu related games that have that problem. I don't understand. This game does not tell you how to fucking play it. That's fucked up.
Never seen knives like this before. Masterful work. I can barely recognize the face of the poor fella. He was beaten to a pulp.
Ah.
Seems like Prohibition hasn't affected Oakmont too much. 5 cards short of a full house. I'm surprised they don't have someone's portrait here.
I see. Well, that doesn't sound very nice.
Where's your Oberon, huh, Titania? Something with this helmet gives me chills. What's wrong with it?
I see. What's kind of shitty of them? Especially considering that the works of H.P. Lovecraft are in the public domain.
The end is nigh. It will begin again. What is down comes up. The seed is sowed.
Don't understand that symbol. You know, I wish this game would tell you how to play it. I think that'd be swell. Here we are, 50 minutes in, and we've hardly done anything because I don't know how to play the game. I'm starting to get a little frustrated here. I don't know, there's some weird shit on, excuse me. One moment. Alright, I'm back. Because it won't let me. Like, I'm sure it's all connected somehow, but it won't let me. Moreover, I seem to have found a dumb, hard barrier in the game that has no indication that it's a hard barrier. I'm just not allowed to go past this point. Okay, I guess there's more evidence in the house or something. I don't fucking know. This game is very... I'm not gonna lie, I'm feeling a little disappointed. Because I love the mythos and everything. But this game doesn't feel like it was made very fucking carefully. You know? Especially considering the game, again, doesn't teach you how to make it. Or how to play it. It just kinda...
The book is damp and damaged, but clearly well cared for.
I also don't know if I could care less about our main character here.
Five cards short of a full house. I'm surprised they don't have someone's portrait here. Never seen knives like this before. Masterful work.
Ed, I still hear those voices.
Choo choo. Ahem. It would take tremendous effort to move this thing, let alone tossing it over like this.
Okay. Fucking...
It would take tremendous effort to move this thing, let alone tossing it over like this.
What's happening?
Yeah, run! Take this, ape face.
Okay, let's see what we have here.
What's happening?
Take this, ape face. Yeah, run!
When Albert Throgmorton woke up, he was not himself. He attacked the fishermen, and his hysteria spread to them. When he got wounded, he fled.
I hit
barely
into my
recognized
mind,
the face
Paris.
of the poor fella. He was beaten to a pulp.
Huh. That was different. Fled the scene after the fight in the house. I could track them using my supernatural sense. Dangerous and pose a threat to Lewis Flynn and his fellow fishermen. Hoping the game gets better as time goes on. What the fuck? I don't know what that is, but I don't like it.
So the fishermen pursued Albert, even let off a few shots.
Throgmorton rather than just drive him off. Good eye.
Even though Albert was wounded, he managed to climb that high. Robert wasn't exaggerating when he said he raised him strong.
Plenty of alcohol and metal scraps. A phone. How exciting.
There's something in the pocket.
Luce, please just give me one more week. I know I owe you, but I'm underwater like everyone else right now. I don't have enough stock to operate the bar smoothly with the fuzz snooping a port. But don't worry, I've struck a nice deal with the proper people. I should have a steady supply of channels soon. Just one more week, I'll turn everything with double interest. Oh, shit.
One fatal round through the forehead. That's no accident. This was deliberate.
No, thank you. Mounted to kill Albert Throgmorton may be hiding. I don't know what that thing was. It was made out of hands.
One fatal round through the forehead. That's no accident. This was deliberate.
It's deliberate. Mess of the year. The important thing to remember is this guy is crazy. We're totally not seeing that. It's not real. Even if it did real damage to our health. It's just a placebo effect. There's nothing weird going on here. Everything's normal. I just have really helpful hallucinations. Wait, who the fuck built this staircase? The staircase to fucking nowhere. Who built this place? And it's not me asking in the same manner as, like, who built any of the things in Resident Evil. At least everything had a purpose, even if it was frustrating. This place is nonsense. This whole room was built by an idiot. No, because here's the door. This is leading to a wall. Whoever built this place is fucking stupid as hell. Dumb motherfuckers. Ah, yes. The bar. Yeah, I'm not sure how this guy is gonna feel about, me just being like, yo, so, your son's dead. No, that's a boat. I was gonna say, is that the bar? That was an ugly goddamn fish. That is weird. That's a weird, I just want this game to be, like, better at telling me how to play. Right. Hallucinations. It's not real. Nothing is real. We're all fake. The inhabitants of this city are all fake. The whole world is fake. Nothing's real. I just live here. So I found the bar. Now I just need to find a door. Grimhaven Bay. Under the key bar.
You look familiar, but old Billy hasn't seen you around.
Alright, that's weird. You're weird.
Stay alert. Monsters lurk underground. They're everywhere.
Ugh, I'll miss the carpenter's food giveaway with this darn port closure.
Come closer, troubled soul. Let me tell you what your future holds.
You're some kind of, fortune teller?
Yes, my dear, yes. Oh, it's so clear. Your path holds many surprises, newcomer.
Really? Like what?
Not so fast, newcomer. I see many things. For a small fee, I'll tell you some of them.
Alright, how much? $1?
Your money has no value here, newcomer. After the flood, Oakmonters deal in the practical. Booze, smokes, and bullets. And I'll make it easier for you. I don't smoke.
Let's hear what my future holds.
Good. Let me focus. The sea will be generous in the coming days. Many gifts delivered, and many will regret partaking.
I don't think I follow.
I see old and new. A hard heart against an iron will. Whoever wins, you win too. But you'll only see that from inside a metal cage. And tall pillars, circled by the dead. A race from one to the next, as time itself laughs.
I think I'd like my bullet back.
It is what it is. The truth will out soon. Me, I just caught an early glimpse.
Why do I feel like I got scammed?
Fortune teller's prophecy. She's a fortune teller.
Welcome to Under the Keel. What do you want?
I've seen some unsettling creatures around. Like nothing I've ever encountered. What are they?
So you met a wild beast, newcomer. No one knows what they are, but consider yourself lucky to still be in one piece. They arrived in the flood. Some say they come from the sea. Others that they are Kay's punishment for us.
And what do you say?
If it bleeds, you can kill it. Keep your gun handy. And if you want to erase the memory, I sell a perfect
Okay, so
cure
other
right
people can
here.
see them too.
Remember, better to be a coward and live than brave and dead. Unless you're a newcomer.
I'm looking for a man by the name of Lewis Flynn. Any chance he's here?
Yeah. Even if I knew, I don't rat to newcomers.
As it happens, I know you owe a debt to Mr. Flynn. Trouble is, I found your note near the dead body of Albert Throgmorton, son of Robert. So, it seems Lewis is in trouble. Might have even come here to hide. But you hand him over, and he won't be back to collect what you owe. Get me?
Rock. That would explain the blood. Fine. If it gets me out of this mess, you can have him.
So,
Nice.
He's upstairs. Here's the key. You gotta promise to deal with him once and for all. But save the shooting for outside, huh?
Smart man. There's your good deed for the day. Bye.
This guy okay?
What the? Get the... Oh.
Yeah, a little bit. It's just, I don't know, something about him bothers me. I think it's because, okay, when I listen to his voice, it feels like he's somewhere in between doing an impression of young Han Solo and Solid Snake. And it's bothering me.
Hey, who are you? What are you doing?
Charles
Jesus.
Reed, private investigator. Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find his son Albert, so I think you know why I'm here.
Throg. That darn bartender. It was all that crazy ape's fault.
You hear me?
Calm down. I only want to speak, for now. But no, if you reach for your gun, you'll hit the floor faster than you can say poetic justice.
I got nothing to hide.
Start at the beginning. What happened?
It's fucking hideous.
We were in our house, me, Paul, and Will. Barry'd gone to the sea. Though I told him that it would only bring bad luck. If he'd listened to me, we'd all still be alive.
Come on, Lewis. Focus.
Right. Well,
these Innsmouthers are
Barry
a lot
dragged
less.
That damn ape to our house. He was bragging about how much Mr. Throgmorton would give us for saving his son. But that ape, he was out cold. Then woke in an instant and started screaming, attacking us. After that, can't remember a thing.
I was saying these Innsmouthers seem a lot less arrogant now that they're not in Innsmouth.
Shot to kill. No warning, no second chances. You pursued Albert even after he fled. Why?
I can't remember it. When he woke, it was like a bloody mist descended over me. First thing I recall after is that darn warehouse and me covered in blood. I had no idea what happened, though. I suspected it had something to do with that ape.
He must not be 30 yet.
I was right.
What kind of... why do you... your face, it's,
Oh, so you're here to attack me just because I look different to you? Want to spit on me, whisper to your friends? What's new?
No, I'm sorry. I didn't know how to ask. I've just never met someone like you before. I didn't mean any offense.
Innsmouther's bodies were blessed by the she. You're gonna see a lot of us here, so you better get over it. We are proud of who we are.
The things you did to Albert don't look like a bloody rage. A fatal shot to the head, a hidden body. One might start to wonder if it was deliberate.
I don't know what to say. I wasn't myself.
I hear there's a bit of a feud between the Innsmouthers and the Throgmortons. Care to fill me in?
Those apes hated us from the moment we arrived in Oakmont. Our home was destroyed. We just needed a place to stay. The Blackwood Grand family sheltered us, but others were not as hospitable. We needed jobs, food, and medicine. The city denied it all.
And so?
We had to fight for every crumb of bread. And those Throgmortons in their high castle only made our life harder, always conspiring behind our backs.
So we're in a feud
always
between Fishmen and
against us.
Ape Men. And I gotta say,
like we suffered.
I think I'm gonna side with the Ape Men. At least they're terrestrial.
You mentioned a grand family. What do you mean?
So you're a newcomer, huh? Explains a lot.
Yeah, a newcomer with a gun. Answer the question.
Okay. People here are crazy about bloodlines and tradition and reputation. The head honchos of Oakmont are called the Grand Families. There's the Carpenters, who control most of the city's underworld. The Blackwoods, who share kin with Innsmouthers through the Marsh family.
Ooh, the Marsh family.
Yes, the Throgmortons.
Right. Those filthy apes. Now that most of the Blackwoods are gone, there's nobody left to protect us Innsmouthers.
I think I've got all I need.
Please, Mr. Reed, don't tell Throgmorton about me. I know I'm in no position to ask. I didn't want to do whatever it is I did. Honest, have mercy, please. I have a family. Without me, they'll starve.
This is not exactly cut and dry. I need some time to think.
Perhaps I can offer something to grease your grinds. I still have a few bullets on me.
What do you guys think? Make deal with Fishmen, or just say no? Just say no?
Okay. You think you're the first person to offer me a bribe?
Please, Mr. Reed.
Now, don't try my patience further, Mr. Flynn.
Please, I told you the truth, I swear.
Like I said, he doesn't seem as high and mighty as a lot of Innsmouthers I've had experience with in past games. I'm wondering if whatever hysteria was coming out of Albert may have activated his instincts. I'm going to say mentally affected and couldn't entirely control his actions. I'm probably not going to cover for him. I'll just tell Throgmorton the truth and let Throgmorton deal with it. You know, as hideous as that guy was, he didn't exactly turn me off my appetite. Still kind of hungry.
Mr. Throgmorton, I've encountered something.
What? I don't have all day.
Some unusual creatures, and they sure weren't friendly.
You've seen a wild beast, Mr. Reed. I'm somewhat surprised to see you still alive. Those unsettling things appeared after the flood. I've commissioned a few studies on them, but we know little more than when we started. They're aggressive, but fortunately not immune to gunfire.
Yeah, I learned that firsthand.
Try to avoid them when possible. And when you can't, keep your weapons handy.
Mr. Throgmorton, I'm afraid I have bad news.
No.
Yeah, I found your son in the basement of a nearby warehouse. I'm sorry, but he was murdered. Shot in the head and the body hit.
No. It cannot be true. No, no, no. I don't believe it. No.
I've tracked down your son's murderer.
Where? Who is he?
And just as I suspected, the Innsmouther Lewis is responsible for your son's murder. He's hiding at the local bar. Just ask the bartender. Seems like he had a bone to pick with your family and took it out on Albert.
Oh, that scum won't be getting off easy. The whole city shall see what happens when you cross the Throgmortons. Justice, bittersweet as it is, shall be served. It's rare for a newcomer to make himself so useful. Thank you.
Mr. Throgmorton, I hate to press you, but do you think you could help me now?
Yes, you've earned it. Gay to think a newcomer barely off the boat solves a crime the police couldn't, but I digress. Remind me, what brought you to Oakmont?
I'm looking into an outbreak of erratic behavior and madness, all linked to shared visions of this place.
Indeed. Then our goals align. This inexplicable hysteria has spread through Oakmont after the flood. I funded an expedition to explore recent geological activity that may be responsible.
A geological expedition? I'm not sure I follow.
I have reason to believe the flood and this madness are the same source. As above, so below. So I sent men to find out.
Do these cases of hysteria involve shared visions as well?
Since the flood, many Oakmonters have had similar nightmares. Indeed, Professor Doe, the expedition leader, complained of them herself.
Waterlogged ruins with unnatural architecture, a sleeping giant, drowned streets, and a voice calling from the depths.
Her words exactly. She proposed the expedition, desperately wanting to find the cause.
You mentioned the flood. You think it's more than just a natural disaster?
You weren't here, Mr. Reed. What happened defied scientific explanation.
Has your expedition found anything?
I do not know. Albert was part of it. His passing cannot be coincidence. Why was he alone at the port? And where are the others?
You think your son was killed because the expedition uncovered something?
Is it so hard to believe? I had no news for a week, then Albert, the only one I could trust, comes ashore and is killed.
It does sound suspicious.
Mr. Reed, I want you to find out what's going on. I expect you're as interested in the expedition's results as I am.
If I'm going to look into this, I'll need to know more. Where should I start?
I'll give you the address of the expedition's headquarters and a key.
That's all you can tell me?
Let me be clear, Reed. You do not speak to me like that again.
I'm sorry, Mr. Throckmorton. I just meant the more I know, the better.
I am a busy man. I funded the research and left all preparations to Professor Doe and Albert. When you've finished, come see me at the Throgmorton family manor. It's in Old Grove. Here, I'll show you.
What about my expenses?
They will be reimbursed after you complete your task. And of course, you've earned some compensation for your work here at the port. I'll also include a fair advance in bullets.
Bullets?
The dollar lost its use here, Mr. Reed. After the flood, Oakmont returned to bartering. Bullets mean more than bills.
Nice. Well, that was an interesting first episode. At least we got the first case done. I don't know. I'm sure the game will start picking up. The more we get into it. It is at this exact moment a little frustrating. Mostly because, like, the game didn't really explain how to play. Fair. And I'm trying not to be too harsh on it. It's just, well. Yeah, the first episode was pretty slow. But that game told me how to fucking play it. This game is not being quite so forthcoming. Oh, with a shovel. Cool. Alright. But it's alright. I'm sure I'll get used to it. Once I actually learn how to play it, I'm sure I'll like it a lot better. I'm liking the atmosphere. It's just the lack of gameplay explanation that's frustrating me so far. Alright though, I will see you guys in a bit. I'm hungry, so I'm gonna go get something to eat. Bye-bye.